such bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
I don't want to put the instant replay in the fucking game.
Oh,
so you can see this bullshit.
This is the most heated you've ever been in BS Gold, and it's over the mattress.
I feel very strongly about this subject.
Well, I'm telling you.
I haven't slept in
I'm telling
11
you what I've
months.
heard. I'm not allowed to have a Twitter account.
This is the Conn Smythe Trophy winner. I don't think
He wasn't yet. He wasn't yet. Every time we play this game, we're basically in a time machine.
I'm giving this a 10.
10?
I'm giving it a 10. I think
There's no way it's a 10. We've never seen a 10.
this has got to be a 10.
Hi everyone and welcome to Bullshit Goals. This is Matt and Jason with you. This being Thanksgiving week, we're gonna go with a Thanksgiving, what's it called?
Wow. You know what, everybody? I apologize. You may be hearing this on like a Tuesday or Wednesday morning, but this is Sunday for us. And Matt, how long you been drinking so far today? About 4 hours?
I've polished off half a fifth of Maker's Mark, yeah.
Very nice. Yes. Well, just to take the lead from Matt for a second, we figured because it's the week of Thanksgiving, we would maybe give thanks for one thing that's hockey related. Matt, would you like to go first?
I would, and I'm ready to fly off my seat here because I'm so fucking happy that I just heard that Mr. Sidney Crosby will be playing tomorrow night against the Islanders in Pittsburgh. I can't be more ecstatic.
That's huge news.
As long as he continues to play and doesn't get hurt, it's going to be the best Thanksgiving that I could ask for.
Wow, that I got to say,
heartfelt, huh?
I was about to say that's the most heartfelt, filled with positive emotion I've ever heard you ever.
It's emotional BS. That's what it is.
I guess we have another sub brand.
And let's move on to you, Jason. What would you be thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I wanted to throw a thankful shout out, a very appreciative thank you to the folks over at Fear the Fin. They put our link up on their site earlier in the week, and they had really incredibly kind words to say about the site, which was both shocking and amazing. I think we both just want to, again, say thanks to Fear the Fin and Penn's blog. I feel like if not for those two blogs throwing our link up, you would have probably polished off that entire Maker's Mark tonight, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
this is really the only thing that keeps you going.
This is true.
I've got to throw a huge kudos to the guys at EA, because playing as the Legends and having a pass from like Gretzky to Lemieux to Gordie Howe and having Gordie Howe get into fights with goalies is so fun. Gordie Howe got into a fight with Martin Brodeur, I think, in this game. Or he wanted to, and Brodeur wouldn't fight.
Brodeur's just so old. Even though, like, he's playing against a 90-year-old man, Brodeur's just too old to risk breaking a hip.
He's still in his prime.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm talking about Gordie Howe.
Oh, well, yeah, compared to Brodeur, for sure.
A 90-year-old Gordie Howe is the top line of the Legends.
Why is Mike Richard on the Legends?
Yeah, seriously, why the fuck is he on the Legends?
If anyone knows why, and I'm sure I know someone who knows why, but I doubt he watches this blog, if Pierre Maguire happens to see this and happens to have a Twitter, maybe he can tell us exactly why Mike Richards would be included on this Legends list, as though he has any chance in hell of ever becoming a legend in the National Hockey League. And by God, if I pick up a copy of NHL 40 and this motherfucker is on the top line of the Legends, this fucking blog is over.
All right, let's get to the BS.
Okay. Like Jason was saying, we were doing Canada versus the Legends. And this was a tightly contested game. Toward the end of the third period, tied at 2. And at the very end of this game, we got some bullshit from Corey Perry, your Rocket Richard winner from last season. And here it is.
Here's the thing that's so upsetting. One, I was the Legends in this game. How the hell does the NHL Legends team go into the third period 2-2 against just the current Canadian team? I never would have thought that I would lose on complete bullshit with less than 3 seconds to go.
Less than 3 seconds? No. This goal was scored with 0.5 seconds to go in the game.
Jesus Christ.
So basically what happened here is I was just cycling the puck down in the offensive zone, unable to get a decent shot on net. It couldn't have been a worse scenario for me in the waning seconds of this game. Somehow, Corey Perry, sneaking behind the net, is able to corral the puck, and then I'm on the backhand. I'm skating away from the net. right, and on the backhand. And he just kind of just like flutters this fucking thing in there. And you see here, there's a little bit of a screen on Wah, but he's totally picking up the puck.
He's looking right at it.
Yeah, you look at Wah's face.
I just can't see how physically the puck goes into that side of the net and then curls out around, hitting him in the back of the leg. You know what I mean?
Well, we're going to see that in some reverse angles. But first of all, I don't know what Wayne's doing over here. He's trying to block a shot nowhere near him. But regardless, Wah's pretty much tracking this puck completely. But here's where the pinball wizard aspect of this goal comes into play. Corey Perry hits the side of the net right here, right on the taped up part of the cage. And it somehow takes a fortuitous bounce forward underneath Wah and enables him to kick it in accidentally, even though he tries to swoop back and make an ass save with his glove behind his skate.
This is an epic matchup. We've got a 90-year-old on the ice. We've got Lemieux. We've got Gretzky. Do you think that there was possibly some money put down on Team Canada and Wah was asked to take a dive? And he was like, holy crap, I've only got a second left. They have my son held hostage.
It might not be so much as a money on the game or his son, which, by the way, his son's a bigger asshole than him. If you ever, YouTube Patrick Wah's son getting into fights, he fucks people up, and he's a goalie too. So just go on YouTube and look that up on your own time. But anyways,
I think we're actually trying to attract fans of all demos and fans of every team. Already you've dropped Mike Richards is a motherfucker. And Patrick Wah's son is a bigger asshole than he is. And if you don't believe me, here's proof.
I'm just speaking the truth here. I'm not trying to slander anyone. I have to wonder if Patrick Wah threw this, possibly because he has more of an allegiance to the country of Canada than just a bunch of legends. I mean, geez.
This is a deeper breakdown, I think, than we've ever had, because I never really thought about it. Look at that. How the hell's that puck going to get around that?
I have no idea. He's totally hugging the post. He's totally tracking the puck. But here's where the bullshit comes in. Again, this is the only reason why this is a bullshit goal. It's not like it was a shot on net, because it was not a shot on net. The shot hits the side of the cage, right? Boom, right there. It hits the side of the cage, and somehow pinballs forward underneath Wah's pad, even though he stacked the pads against the side post.
Jeez.
And then it just bounces in, and that's why it's complete bullshit.
How does it curl around like that?
Exactly. I mean,
it's perfect.
It couldn't have been better done by Perry here, and it's just a desperation shot against the game's greatest goalie ever. 0.5 seconds left in this game, and this is the only thing that's going to win the game, and that's why it's huge BS.
Well, Matt, I think I've seen enough. I'm ready to rate.
Go for it.
I don't do it very often, folks. I'm going a 9.
Whoa.
9 on the bullshit. It's just an impossible goal. And with the time left in the game, with the caliber of players out there, it's a 9.
I'm going to say an 8.5, only because I don't want to agree with you.
Thank you.
All right, Jason, we have our first official fan submission here.
I love it.
So this is our friend Ryan. So he says here that it was a club game from NHL 09 and a computer goalie was in net. The Ottawa team member shoots the puck from center red, and it passes pretty much 4 of the opposing team's players. And just before it somehow finds its way past the goalie here, the goalie is pounding his stick on the ice. And to quote Ryan, is to say, quote, "Come get some." It's almost as the goalie is challenging this other team. Meanwhile, he doesn't realize that the puck is slowly just gliding by him. The other bullshit of this is that it happened to be the game-winning goal in double overtime.
Oh, jeez.
Our hearts go out to you, Ryan, and your club team for having to deal with this bullshit, and we wholeheartedly empathize with you.
This just makes me miss NHL 09 so bad.
Oh my god, those days playing NHL 09 on Xbox.
Do you remember all the times we scored against each other in NHL 09, and then our goalie would go on to high-five the opposing player that just scored on?
That was one of my favorite glitches. I wish we could get a video of that on this game, but I have to imagine that they took that out by NHL 12 at the latest.
Ryan, if you're out there, if you're listening, this goal is total bullshit. You are correct to send this in. I could get almost, like when I flicking the puck with like a high saucer pass. Maybe a goalie doesn't see it, maybe he loses it, maybe he fumbles around, misses it. But to fucking pass the puck from center ice and to have a guy banging his stick on the ice and just not move slightly to your right to stop the very slow-moving puck, I don't get it.
If this were NHL 12, I would give this a 9 easily. But I gotta tell you, I've seen some pretty big BS in NHL 09, and I'm hearkening back onto the 50-plus poke check goals you scored on my goaltenders.
I think that's actually a conservative number.
3 iterations ago, this game was chock full of bullshit. It was just brimming with bullshit.
It could have just been called Bullshit 09.
It should have just been Bullshit 09. So if this were NHL 12, Ryan, I would give this a 9, hands down. But I have to just give this a 7.5. How about you, Jason?
I'm going 8. I'm going, even though I remember back to the days of 09 when it was, 7 to 6 BS affairs nightly. It's just so BS worthy to have a pass.
Yeah.
Half the length of the entire ice go in with nobody screening you, nothing happening. It's got to be at least an 8, even for 09.
Okay, well, we want to thank Ryan for sending that in. Definitely would like to encourage all of our other viewers, if you have anything, just please send me a link to the EA website so I can pull that off and include that in our next episode.
I got 2 questions for you, Matt. Before we go, I got 2 questions. Sidney Crosby related for his big game against the Islanders. Question 1. I'm going to set the over-under at 1.5 for Crosby points in his first game in almost a year. Do you think he's going to have more than 1.5 points or less than?
I'm taking over. I'm taking over.
You think he gets 2 or more points? All right.
Yeah, I think he's going to get a goal and at least 1 assist.
Very cool. And second one, just because I think we've talked about it on the show before. DiPietro, does he get his jaw broken again?
I think he got hurt the other night.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think he got hurt like a couple nights ago.
Who's the goalie?
I don't know. All of their goaltenders are hurt. At this point, I think Garth Snow from their head office is going down there and strapping them on.
He's going to throw the pads on again?
Just wanted to remind everyone that Saturday is the last day to enter our Twitter contest.
Oh my God.
And you can find information about that contest on our website. It was our previous post. Just check it out and please vote for your favorite episode. To win the Twitter contest, all you have to do is guess both mine and Jason's favorite episodes from 1 through 10. So, Jason, I hear you're heading out to Hockey Town.
I am. I will leave for Detroit this Tuesday night.
I just want to remind you to pack a pretty warm coat there because it's fucking cold in the D.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
And we'll see you next time.
Take another sip over there.